There's that famous parable of the 10 talents that Jesus gives, where there's this master who calls 3 servants and he entrusts them with some money and he goes away. 2 of the servants end up investing the money in some business and they double it, and the 3rd servant just hides it somewhere. When the master comes back, he calls the first 2 servants and sees what they've done and says, "Well done, good and faithful servants." And he looks at the other servant and says, "You wicked and foolish servant." But to the first 2, he says, "Well done," because they took the money, put it to work, and doubled it and gave it back to him. The thing that hits me is that the master could have called the first 2 servants anything. He could have called them all sorts of things, like wise servant, game-changing servant, smart or business-minded servant. But instead, what he does is he looks at them and says, "Good and faithful servants." Not famous, not hardworking, not wise, not ambitious, but good and faithful servants. Which leaves us with this question: what is the point of being successful if we're not faithful? What is the point of being ambitious even for the kingdom of God if we're not faithful? And what is the point of being famous if we're not faithful? Or in Jesus' words, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world if he loses his soul? And Jesus, the Master, is looking for good and faithful servants.